I'm sure everyone's rushing in right now. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right. It says we're live on Instagram now.
Oh, we're live. Oh,
I've gotten a little better at this, just a titch. Just
you never know what's going to happen.
I love the poppies.
Girl, I can't quit you.
I was just wearing the leggings.
Really? Yeah, because I normally wear this with the skirt too. I don't have the leggings. If you happen to find any.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have the one pair that I have. Yeah. I'm like, there's.
I'll take your used wear.
That's I know. Cool. I'm like, I'll just give them to you, Jane, and then we can trade back and forth. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming today. I don't want to take up a ton of your time, but I took your images and made some pictures too that we can show to kind of help. But basically I wanted you to come here today and talk to me about what sustainability means with wine. And then kind of, I can share some of the things that I'm just curious what kind of methods, and I bet there's some overlapping things. And basically it's my two favorite topics: drinking with my friends and getting dressed up.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of parallels in between, mass-produced wine and fast fashion, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the producers that I always choose are doing things sustainably. And they may not come off as organic because it takes years to get that certification and it costs a lot of money.
Okay, so good to know.
A lot of these are one-person shops.
Yep.
And they just don't have the resources, as you and I know that, right?
Right.
Totally. Being one-woman shops here. So in this photo that you have, this is in Santa Barbara County at Piazza Family Wines. And if you see the crops in the middle, in between the vineyard,
right here,
in between the vines there. Mm-hmm. So they're putting some crops in there that enrich the soil and reduce the weeds. So that eliminates the herbicides and the pesticides and all of the other things that otherwise they'd need.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like, here, I can flip. These might be out of order.
Yes. Okay. So look at these sweet little baby lambs and goats. And so during the off season, they bring in lambs and goats to trim that cover crop. And so they go and they mow it for them. So that's reducing tractor mowing, gasoline and those things being put in the air. And it's making these sweet little animals happy. And then actually, if they leave any droppings, which they do, that adds some biodiversity to the soil.
That was not droppings. I'm like, wait, is that what the next slide is?
Yeah. Their poop is good, actually.
Perfect. So. And then who are these lovely ladies?
Oh, that's Luna Hart, that's Gretchen and Timmery, and they are actually coming to Chicago May 16th, which is really exciting. I'll have to invite you to the
Oh my gosh.
And that photo of Piazza Family Wines with the vineyards. Mm-hmm. Gretchen's the winemaker for them. And then Luna Hart is her own personal brand. So if you see that bottle, you notice how that bottle doesn't have a foil on the top?
Yes.
And even like a regular bottle, I know this is a sparkling one, and I just put them up because they're adorable humans. So having that foil is an extra step and another thing that's waste. And it's really not needed because you have that metal cage that's going to keep that cork in.
That's perfect. Yeah. Now I just assumed they were mid bottle opening when I saw this. I didn't even have to think that's so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
This season, now I'll get to the fashion later, but this season I did eliminate one of the cellophane wrappers around some of the clothes. Cause I'm like, it's plastic inside plastic, and you can recycle or compost some of it, but cellophane, there's nothing to do with it,
I know. And if you don't need it, why are we doing it? It costs you money and it's just adding to waste.
Yep. All right. Let me see what else we have here. Oh, we have more cute little animals.
Yep. Here's some more animals and having, just some other trees and other things that grow, olive trees, having animals just not full vines every inch that you can probably possibly put out there is adding it's just helping the earth.
And who's Big Table Farm? Are they like, is
Big
that another
Table
one?
Farm, one of my favorites. They're out of Oregon, the Willamette Valley, and this is their winery. They have animals. Oh my God, they're amazing people.
My mom just messaged. She said she's going to need a lamb or a goat now. And I'm like, I was thinking the same thing.
I follow them on Instagram if you're a big animal lover.
I'll have to.
Right now, all of them are having their babies. And so there's like a new baby every day, and it will be Claire, one of the winery owners, and she's like, feeding the babies, and they're naming the babies. And so
wait,
it's really
so you can own a winery and you get to have baby goats? Jane, when are we going to make this happen for you?
I don't know. I think I have to raise the kids first.
Fine. But then stay on top of it.
Yeah, you're right. So this shows an example of solar. Okay. So that's helping reduce some of that energy that's out there and making,
I mean, I got to imagine they're able to generate a lot of power out on these big wineries.
Yeah.
Or even the small ones, but.
Right. And where this winery, Nickel, where it's located, for them to take that plot of land, I mean, that's expensive.
Yeah.
That's money right there.
Yeah. It's not like the grapes are growing under the panels there. That's like giving up, right?
Yeah. Nothing's growing underneath the panels. So those panels are on some really expensive real estate.
Wow.
And but it's meaningful to them because it's powering probably most of their operation.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And we have to be kind to all of our workers and make sure that everyone is being treated fairly, social equity and justice. And some of these wineries, they treat these people like gold. They feed during harvest. Oh my gosh, everyone is working just 24/7 and they're feeding them and they're bringing wine home and they're happy and they come back every year and they're the same folks. So they really treat them like family. And that's really important too, because inclusion standards are the thing right now.
Yep. I love the focus on the small too. This is Big Table Farm again.
Yeah, this is another example of they don't use foil on the top.
Well, yeah.
And it's also an indicator if I'm shopping and I'm not recognizing any wines that are on the shelves at a wine shop, and I notice wines that don't have the foil on top, that's my first go-to. That's an indicator that they care.
That's awesome.
So that's just a little trick that I use.
Perfect. I will post when we post this on the blog. I do want your favorite list of your favorite wines, just so
that's going to be a long list. I definitely have a lot of my favorites and a lot in my basement too that you can come over and try for yourself.
Oh, perfect. Be a whole other live. Fashion industry real quick, as we're heading into Earth Day, but just thinking when you're shopping and how to sustainably shop, the most important thing is to buy less. What that means is get the right fit. So from my perspective in manufacturing, it's get all of the fits included, really be, you're looking for indicators on how a company feels when you're looking through stuff, just even if it's not the size you're looking for, try to support those companies that offer, all the full range. We try to do 2 extra small to 6XL with my leggings. And I think that that's just something you can want to support. A lot of buyers think that customers don't want those other sizes. So it's just be vocal. Our clothing is made with recycled water bottles. I talk about it a lot. I just think it's really cool that sustainability, the ability to replace these items. We have so much plastic. I don't know. I know that there is some concern about the microplastics, but in performance and activewear, there's really no other option. The organic materials absorb water and are not considered active or appropriate for sports where you're sweating and you need that. Mm-hmm. So choose recycled plastics. There's plenty of them. Here's some of the fabric rolls. It's kind of like they basically break down the plastic into these little chips and then they mill it into the fabric.
Wow.
Then they use like an eco-friendly softener. It's made of crab shells. Actually, I don't have a crab picture, but anyway, they use the crab shells to soften it later so it doesn't feel like you're wearing a plastic bottle.
Right. No, I mean, so this is made from recycled
water bottles, and they really do pull them out of the ocean too. I mean, they do get like, there's, I think it's like 5 water bottles for every yard of fabric.
Wow.
So it's
so soft. I just can't imagine.
Yeah. That one's not actually treated. That one's blended. I think that one's like 88% water bottle.
Okay.
But
okay.
They're all a little different, but the textiles really make a difference. And I've noticed that a lot of companies now are putting the signage up. So you kind of get an idea of what you're buying, but it is worth checking the label.
They should put those signs up. It should be noted. This is a huge marketing opportunity because that would just make me, that's like looking at those foils at the wine store. It's like, boom. I know these people are doing things the right way.
Right. And we're all moving so fast through our day. It is nice to have like those visual cues. Another thing, like I just put this little, this image. We want to look for small companies because they're producing in small batches. I'm not making 2,000 shirts and then knowing that I only have orders for 200 and hoping to sell the rest on sale or, sending it down the food chain of discount outlets, things like that. Just really thinking about the brand. Are they new? What do they stand for? This is the factory down in Kankakee, which I'm really excited. This is a printer that is going to print one garment. So this is the ultimate in small batch. Like the future of this is that you'll order your sweatshirt online and then they will print it out. They'll print the print on it and then print how we're going to cut it. It'll get cut and it'll get sewn and it's just for you. That is the most, waste conscious way to shop. It does take a little bit longer though. That's the only thing. Like it's not going to be fulfilled on Amazon and on your doorstep by 4 a.m. But there's some trade-offs. So just
that's absolutely fine though, because that's similar to the winery. The faster they put it out there to get the shelves, that they're more concerned about the money than anything else.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
And so doing it right is just, I can wait.
Right. And do it once, like I love that you're wearing the poppies, and I hope the poppies hold up for you through multiple. Oh, that is one other thing I completely forgot about. Extending the lifetime of your activewear. Do not put it in the dryer. Dryers use up electricity anyways, or gas, depending. And then you're better off, pull it out of the washing machine, hang it up, have a big rack, let everything air dry, and it'll last much, much longer and stay nice and vibrant.
Yep.
Well, thanks for jumping in here with me. And thank you guys for listening. I see my mom and my friend Dana are in the comments, and I was like, oh, yay.
Oh, I didn't even look at that. Oh, hi. Good. You got some comments. Good. Well, anytime. I love talking about it just because Earth Day is next week, and there's so many parallels here, and I love what you're doing, and I've always really respected you for that. And that's why I'm a huge supporter. So
thanks, Jane.
Yeah, we'll drink some wine together soon.
All right. Yeah, we'll play tennis. We got to get ready. Actually, we have to play each other. Did you see that?
Oh, gosh.
I was like, well, I'm just going to spin the racket, right? Right.
Either way, we're going to end up drinking wine at the end, and we'll look great. We'll be fashion perfect.
Right. We'll film it. It'll be laughable.
Okay, girl.
Thanks, Jane. Thanks, anyone, for tuning in.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.